Find a way to come back at us. Oh my goodness me. Yep. 1-0. For what exactly? It's my question. Edwards, Barella, Rodri, Barella, Haaland, 2-0. Ridiculous. It's one of them days. It's one of them days. Remains 2-0 as Man City look to hit me on the break on the other end. Oh my God. We've given the ball right back to them. And Foden just thinks my keeper. This game is ridiculous. This game is just ridiculous. That makes no sense whatsoever. No sense whatsoever. Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of this Manchester United Save. This is episode 45. And we have proceeded, I think, by 3 games since we were last together on camera. So we're going to head over to the calendar and quickly give you guys a rundown of those results. So as you can see, we played Watford away from home and we won 2-1 just about. We dropped points against Everton at home, which is something that did frustrate me quite a lot. So in terms of our form in the league, again, we're still not getting that consistent run of wins that we are kind of familiar with. But nonetheless, we have a whole season ahead of us. Not to panic. We've been in this situation before, so we know what to do and we know how to get these guys motivated. After that, we won 3-0 in Matchday 3 in Group E against Salzburg, one of our group rivals. So that takes us up to 9 points on the table. We're going to quickly take a look at the tables. So to kick this episode off, we're going to have an away game. So we're playing against Newcastle United. And then we have a game against Liverpool. So the Northwest Derby is going to be in the middle of this episode. And at the very end, we have that crucial clash yet again. RB Salzburg. That's Matchday 4. So yeah, decent episode ahead of you guys. I hope you guys are looking forward to it. And if you are anticipating that it's going to be a good episode, do me a favor, hit that like button and also sub if you're new as well, because we are going to try and make this as entertaining as possible. We don't win every game and we don't lose every game. So yeah, stay tuned, stay tuned. Well, yeah, we're going to talk a bit about a few things like off the field stuff, like youth players. So we scouted 2 new players from Wales. We did get a whole report back from Peru and England. However, those reports were quite shocking. We only managed to grab 2 players from the Welsh report, or the Wales report, however you want to say it. We're going to go straight to the academy. So yeah, Bryn Davies, he's a CDM. He could potentially become a centre-back. He's 15 years of age. His overall is currently 57. And as you can see, his potential is a bit haywire at the moment, 68 to 94. So it's not really set. And we don't have a proper prediction of where this guy's ceiling is. In terms of Michael Bowen, he's a winger. 73 to 94 is a bit better compared to Bryn Davies. Both the same age and both looking like real good prospects. So with Michael Bowen, I can already see he's going to become either a good winger or we can turn him into a cam. And if we turn him into a cam, he can possibly be like someone like Shatire or Harvey Elliott, because of the build and also the pace that he already has. He's only 15, like I said, so his stamina, sprint speed, all of that is going to increase within a season and a half. At the moment, this is what the top goal scorers look like in the Premier League. So at the moment, there's 3 players that are joint first. So Rashford, Chukwueze and Thomas. Thomas and Chukwueze, they both play for Newcastle, who are up next. So I'm anticipating a really hard battle because both of them have 14 goals apiece. So if they're starting up front together, best believe they're going to cause problems. Gabriel Jesus is 4th with 6 goals, and Tammy Abraham, he's 5th with 5 goals. So Marcus Rashford again continues his goal scoring ways. We are getting some contributions out of other players, not just Marcus Rashford. He's not carrying the forward line. Never really had to carry the forward line, but he's always miles ahead. As you can see, Anthony, Mukoko, and Felix, they're all chipping in themselves with consistent goal contributions. And if it's not goal contributions, they are assisting as well. And I feel like the rest of the squad are going to end up helping out in other areas. Harvey Elliott, he actually got his goal off camera against Watford. And Garnacho, in the last episode you saw, he got a goal in the end against Trabzonspor. And in Group E, as you should already predict, we are on top of the table. 3 points ahead of RB Salzburg, who have 6 points on the table and they're second. Leverkusen, they are 3rd place, 1 point on the table. They share the same amount of points as Trabzonspor, but again, goal difference is what separates the 2 sides. So Leverkusen are looking likely to go ahead and secure a Europa League spot if everything remains how it is, which I doubt it will. Someone's going to have to drop points eventually, whether it's Salzburg, Leverkusen or Trabzonspor. Someone's going to have to feel the brunt of being knocked out entirely out of Europe. So yeah, after all of that waffling, I'm definitely ready to get into some action. Let's play the first game, which is against Newcastle United. Again, as you already know, we're sitting at 3rd place. We're 2 points ahead of Newcastle. Newcastle are sitting at 6th, so they are in good form. We can't take them lightly, and as I already pointed out, they've got 2 of the best goal scorers in the league so far in Chukwueze and Thomas. So the defenders have definitely got their work cut out for them. So at St. James's Park, Newcastle, they're going to line up with Romero in goal. Manquillo's at the back with Hayden, Sly and Truffert. Nunes is in the middle with Joelinton and Loftus-Cheek. Chukwueze is up top with Thomas and Elliot Anderson. Okay, so we are going to respond with David De Gea in goal. Timbers at the back with LaCroix, Martinez and Malacia. Bellingham's in the middle with Benassit and Szoboszlai. We also have Marcus Rashford up top on his own. On the left, we have João Felix, Jadon Sancho's on the right-hand side. Okay, so yeah, 6th place versus 3rd place. Let's go, let's go. Very early on in the season, so these 3 points are really crucial. Let's get off to a flying start. We're not going to take them lightly, like I said. Okay, game's kicked off, match is underway. So yeah, off the back of a draw in the league against Everton, but we won 3-0 in our previous game, so spirits could still potentially be high. Let's find out from this game, and let's try to build up our momentum going into the next one. I feel like every match in this episode is important. Okay, here's Malacia. João Felix. Gonna switch that play to Timber. Takes a first touch, pushes it forward. Here's Szoboszlai. Sancho. Bellingham. Playing in circles now. Here's Malacia. Floats one outside the box. Szoboszlai heads it back to Malacia. We have Bellingham on the ball on the edge of the box. Was looking to get the shot off. No space. Trying to create some. And I get caught in possession by Joelinton. Thomas. Mateus Nunes with a shot deflected into the path of David De Gea. Not really testing him out. He's had a lot of stuff like that to deal with this season, which is a good thing, which means they are struggling, the opposition, to break us down. Obviously, they do get moments in behind my defense. We need to keep it to a minimum as we win a free kick. This cheek is just given a warning. Elliot Anderson. All played into the box off this cheek with the outside of the boot shot. Tried to aim for the near post, but David De Gea gets a strong hand to it and concedes the corner. This, they move the ball smoothly along the ground until it got to its destination, which was Loftus-Cheek. Ball played in. Out by LaCroix. Isaac Hayden cycles the ball. Elliot Anderson flicks it into Thomas, and that is a finish, but he's offside. That was a nice finish from Thomas. It does explain why he's joint top goal scorer. Really quick, really fast with his reactions, but unfortunately, he's just gone a bit too fast. A bit better playing out from the back. We haven't created any proper chances in the last 10 minutes of the game, so try to change that. In the final third, it seems to all be breaking down in the last part. Felix. Bellingham gets the ball under control. Here's Felix. Szoboszlai thinks over the top. Timber's offside. He's offside. It was a good idea. He's just gone too early. Just didn't go that way. Here's Elliot Anderson. Spurs play out to the left-hand side into Truffert along the ground. Cuts it back into Joelinton. He finds Thomas inside the penalty area. Here's Elliot Anderson. Shimmies his way into the box, into a dangerous position. Loftus-Cheek again. Loftus-Cheek gets the shot off, but is on the wrong side of the post. Between the sticks, son. That would have done the trick. But it's just wide on the left-hand post. Newcastle definitely looking like the favourites at the moment to take the lead. They are creating the better chances. We are falling asleep at the back a bit too often. Bellingham, but that doesn't matter. Here's João Felix against the run of play. We find a way to take the lead. João Felix off that left-hand side, cutting in, finds the opposite corner, and Alex Romero is in no man's land. It's 1-0. Sancho takes too long to get the ball out of his feet yet again. But we're going into the interval. We're 1-0 up at St. James's Park, and things could have gone left a couple of times. They have bombarded our penalty area. They have smashed a lot of shots at our goal, but somehow we found ourselves 1-0 up. It was like Sancho, poor from Sancho. Truffert, Anderson to Thomas, Yeremy Pino to Thomas, got Ellie Anderson. Oh, Pino in behind, takes a shot. David De Gea pulls off a save. Get that out. Thank you, Malacia. Chukwueze was right behind him, breathing down his neck. He clears out for a corner kick, which is the smart thing to do, the right thing to do. Thomas is off. Benjamin Šeško, he's on. More firepower. Newcastle, I'm telling you, this oil money's done them wonders in my save. They are definitely competing at all fronts to see if Šeško can make a difference for them. Oh, nice ball up the pitch. That was an accidental ball. Here's Jadon Sancho. Can he make the most of it? Probably not, as he's got Truffert in his way. More players further forward. Rashford inside the box. Get the shot off. Well done, Szoboszlai. Ball spill. João Felix. Another save from Romero, but I think Felix is offside this time around. There was the opportunity to double the lead. I think that's the closest we've come to doubling it, but unfortunately, Felix just couldn't get back on side in time. Jude Bellingham and Jadon Sancho, they're making their way off the pitch. We are bringing on Anthony and Bruno Fernandes. So, yeah, they can strengthen their team, so can we. So let's see if those changes in personnel could spark something in the midfield, spark something in the final third. Right now, I'm not annoyed with my defense. They've definitely solidified themselves a bit in the second half. Let's not speak too soon, but in the final third, we do need to figure something out, just so we can make this lead a bit more comfortable. As Anderson takes a shot outside the box, is charged down. Matheus Nunes, Anderson, Nunes on the edge of the box. Loftus-Cheek had a few opportunities of his own. Oh, Pino, Šeško with the shot. David De Gea with the save. I thought Šeško was about to bury that. I was actually reacting in defeat. I literally just rolled my eyes thinking, yep, here we go again. David De Gea pulls off a fantastic save, keeps us ahead in this game. Ball played over the top. Here's Marcus Rashford. Oh, well done. Isaac Hayden, sorry. Cuts across, deals with the danger. Matheus Nunes. Yeremy Pino. Nunes. Few moments left in the game. There's going to be some added on time, which is 2 minutes. Can we hold out? No. Poor decision making. And again, David De Gea saves us. At the back, we are very untidy. At the back, we're very disorganized. But David De Gea, he's there again. I can't even count how many times he's made a save like that in this match. Newcastle are definitely looking to try to get a point from this corner kick. It got Alex Romero up. Let's see what's going to happen. What's going to transpire from this final attack. All played into the box. Come on, deal with that. Thank you, LaCroix. Thank you, Anthony. Just for being in the way. Yeremy Pino. Oh, no. July in front of goal. David De Gea gets another hand to it. Pressure continues to pile on. Referee blow this whistle. We're 52 seconds over the added on time. Shouldn't really have touched that. Ball goes in. Oh, poor. What is that, man? Get that out. Get it out, man. What is going on? Full-time whistle has finally come. I mean, I was begging for it. I was asking for it. 1-0. 1-0 is the scoreline. Eddie Howe and his boys, they definitely pushed my team. Definitely look like the side that should have got the 3 points, if I'm deadly honest with you. It's another game where we find a way to come away with a victory. I'm not complaining about the points. I'm just complaining about the performance. Something's got to give, because if we are challenging on all fronts, well, not all fronts anymore, we're out of the EFL Cup. We have the treble left to go for. We can't play like this if we're going to try to compete in every competition. The final third is something that's worrying me. I don't want to keep going into games and scraping wins by 1 goal, or just about winning, or winning against a run of play. I like to dominate. I like to deserve a victory as well by the end of the full 90 minutes. So we do need to work on some of the sharpness. The training is still something that we are working on. A lot of players haven't had enough game time, so they are quite lackluster when it comes to match fitness and match sharpness. We do need to figure out the dynamics in the midfield, figure out which is the best three. At the moment, I am torn between Fernandes, Szoboszlai, and Benacer, or Bellingham, Szoboszlai, and Benacer, or maybe Fernandes needs to replace Szoboszlai. I really need to figure out which is my best midfield three. My best partnership at the moment seems to be Martinez or Lindelof and Vardio. LaCroix, he doesn't seem to be the player that fits the defensive system. And David De Gea, it's just hard to replace this guy. Lafont is definitely in contention to replace him when he retires, but it doesn't look like anybody can fill the shoes of David De Gea. Enough waffling now. Let's head off into this next game. I am quite concerned, like I said, with the way my players are performing. So hopefully Jurgen Klopp and his men have a poor day at the office. We are going to be at Old Trafford, so hopefully the home fans can be the extra man on the field for us. Okay, so not too many changes from the previous game. David De Gea again starts in goal. Timbers at the back with Lindelof, Martinez, and Malacia. Jude Bellingham's in the middle with Benacer and Bruno Fernandes. Marcus Rashford is our leading striker. On the right, we have Anthony. On the left-hand side, we have João Felix. So Lindelof is the player that comes in for LaCroix. Okay, so the game's about to get on the way. Here we go. Game's kicked off. It's an evening kickoff, 5:30 to be exact. So I'm assuming it's a Sunday. It's a Saturday. Saturday evening kickoff. I'm a bit tapped. Here we go. We're attacking to the right. Liverpool attacking to the left. Like I said in the menu, there's no room for errors. Speaking of errors, ironically, we're just giving the ball up. But you know what I mean. We need to be a bit more solid at the back. Try to be a bit more clinical up front. Try to separate ourselves early on in the game, just so we're not doing what we had to do in the final moments of the Newcastle match. Relying on David De Gea to pull off last-ditch saves. Just panicking, trying to get the ball cleared. There's a Jude Bellingham. Advantage played. Malacia. João Felix. Rashford. Should be 1-0, and it is. 6 minutes played. Marcus Rashford gives us the lead. And that's his 8th goal in the Premier League as well. Drills it really low. Look at this. Malacia cuts it back to João Felix. Marcus Rashford had too much space. Too much space to open up his body and pick out a corner. Oh no, what's going on there? Darwin Núñez has the ball, has options ahead of him, which is Mo Salah. Slips Mo Salah in behind. Mo Salah with the shot. David De Gea with the save. Followed up with a block by Martinez. I don't know who number 7 is. I think that's Kokchu. Tried to follow up with a rebounded shot. And it was blocked, charged down by our club captain. It remains 1-0, 24 minutes on the clock. Rashford. He's offside. Come on, man. Everybody show for the ball. Everybody show for the ball. This is a big game. Can't go hide. And here's Anthony. Anthony up against Sanusi. Anthony goes alone. Anthony takes a shot. Alisson pulls off a save. I was going to try pass it to Rashford, but sweating in this game is just so inconsistent. And I opted to go alone. We almost scored. We've got a corner kick. Let's go, let's go. Let's figure something out. Come on, lads. Ball played in. Cleared out by Jorginho. Fernandes. Benacer. Left foot shot. Kokchu with the block, and I think I've handled it. It's a free kick. Three minutes added on. That is actually a surprise. Anthony. Fernandes. Felix. Takes too long. Trying to slip Rashford in behind. Oh, what a goal! How did he manage to do that? He did take a touch, which I didn't want him to do. But he found the way to roll it past Alisson. Nice pass there by João Felix. He finally got the pass off that I was kind of gunning for. And yeah, we've doubled the lead. This is what we needed. Look at this. One last look at this. Just slips Rashford in behind. He takes a little cheeky touch and just passes it, strokes it into the bottom left corner. It's another goal for Rashford. Really positive coming out from the half-time break. Julian Brandt finds Núñez, who finds himself in behind. And he doesn't bury it. David De Gea again pulls off a heroic save. keeping it at 2-0. On the other end, I did try to put a ball in behind for Rashford in hopes of bagging a hat-trick, but it's been cut out by Botman. Oh, why did you do that? That was a complete accident. 59% possession to their 41%, so it has dropped a bit since half-time. Ooh, a ball over the top. Anthony. Oh, Rashford, run with me. Oh, Rashford, he's lagged behind. Anthony, through on goal. Anthony makes it free. Anthony makes it free. I did say he bags goals in big stages, on big games, and whatever way you want to say it. This guy, he's a big game player. Anthony, he should have put the game to bed with that goal. He should have. Look at that. So much space in behind. I don't know what was going on with the Liverpool defense, but Dest, thanks to him, we've got the third goal. Too much space, too much time for me to pick out that corner. So hopefully Moukoko can get a goal for himself, build up his confidence. He's got about 3 goals in the league altogether this season. No, 3 goals in all comps altogether this season, sorry. And yeah, he definitely needs to build on his Premier League tally. Last season, it wasn't that great. He didn't feature enough. But now he's like the second choice striker, and he's going to have more opportunities off the bench. Maybe we might see a massive improvement in his overall contribution to the squad. Liverpool have a free kick. It's crossed in. It's dealt with as well as Bruno Fernandes. Can we hit them on a break? They look very, very vulnerable at the moment. Find Anthony on this right-hand side. João Felix on that far post. Ball played in. Botman gets it cleared. It's followed up by Jorginho. We still have the possession. Retained it. Here's Fernandes. Benacer. Malacia. Felix. Oh, Felix. I did too much of him. As Trent stands me up and wins the ball. Opportunity. 4 minutes added on. They added on 3 minutes before the halftime break. Now they're adding on 4 minutes. What's going on in the game to warrant that? I think they just want a consolation for Liverpool. Here's Mo Salah. It was just about to get it, but Darwin Núñez skies over the bar again. I don't know where his shooting boots have gotten to before the game, but they're definitely missing at the moment. There we go. End of game. End of game. Finally, we put the game to bed. 3-0 is the scoreline at the full-time whistle. 3 points definitely were crucial. We need to see where that puts us on the table. Have Chelsea drop points? We are relying on Chelsea to drop points in order to regain our top spot back. But for now, second place will do, as we've separated ourselves from Liverpool, who were joint on the same amount of points. So we're 3 points clear now. Let's head off into the final game, which is against RB Salzburg, who are 3 points below us as well. And we do need to separate ourselves in that group to try confirm a spot in the knockout phase. Whether it's going to be the next game or maybe the game after that, who knows? But our goal is to get the victory. Okay, so this is a dilemma that we should pretty much expect to happen at some point during the course of a season, but we just didn't expect it to happen to one of our star players. Marcus Rashford, he suffered a broken toe injury in that last game. It's when I was telling him to get up, and he got up straight away, but we subbed him off, and it was probably a good thing. Yeah, it's a good thing that we subbed him off, because as you can see, he's out for 3 months. We have Moukoko and we have Douglas Ritchie, but I'm not too sure if those two are ready to help us search for a title challenge. And also, we are going to, like I've said many times, we are trying to go for the treble, because that's all that we have remaining. Obviously, Rashford's not going to be out to the point where the treble isn't possible, but if he's not going to be involved in our January games and we flop in the FA Cup, it could be due to the fact that we are missing a key striker like Rashford. So the idea was to go straight into the next game. If it wasn't for that injury, we would have done so. But yeah, RB Salzburg is what's on the platter next. Hopefully, again, we can bag another victory. So far, we're 2 for 2 in this episode. Let's make it 3 for 3 and win convincingly like we did against Liverpool. Okay, so the final game of this episode is underway. Match day 4 in Group E. As it stands, we have 9 points on the table. If we win, we could possibly confirm a spot in the knockout phase. In fact, we most likely are going to, because yeah, the two other sides other than Salzburg, they have 1 point to their name going into this match. So it's mathematically impossible for me to not qualify for the round of 16. But yeah, the game's underway. I want more of the same. Definitely need to build on this momentum that we've built up in this episode. Back-to-back victories. Always looks good. But we have been hit with an injury. So we have a bit of rotation going on up front as Moukoko gets a shot off. Alimdar with the save into Jackson. Ruiz and the Bremt. Ruiz in the box. Ruiz gonna try to cut it back. The Croy was there in the way. Fantastic defending from the Frenchman. David De Gea rolls out to Malacia. Felix. Moukoko. Ooh, here's Anthony. Anthony slipped in behind. Anthony through on goal. Anthony makes it 1-0. Fantastic display here from Anthony. Nice movement off the ball. Very clinical in front of goal. Be a lesson. Fernandez. Malacia. Ball in behind into João Felix. Felix. Oh, I tried to find Moukoko. Danso gets it cleared. Szoboszlai heads it down into the low. Szoboszlai. Anthony. In front of goal. Shot saved. Oh, I tried to find Bruno Fernandes, who was behind me. Felt like if I was to shoot with Moukoko, there was enough bodies in the way to get the block off. It would have been pointless. Maybe I should have tried. We lost the ball in the end. It remains 1-0. Tega. Jackson. Robertson with a shot. Felix. Coco can run onto that. Danso quick enough to beat him to it. Ruiz. Oh, Ruiz does well there. Finds Jackson. Really and truly, Delo should be gliding across the floor to try cut that pass out. I don't know why he's just watched it go across his body. Yeah, it's Delo. Delo allows the pass to go across him. Again, you're not working well in this well-oiled machine, then we've got to replace you. Got to service the parts that are in the machine. Make sure that it's running correctly. Here's João Felix. Ooh, Moukoko in behind. Moukoko through on goal. 2-1. Moukoko, the German striker, the young German striker, very clinical in front of goal. Rashford, who we can't tell that he's gone, as we have Moukoko in town. The low. João Felix through on goal. João Felix. Why has he done that? I wanted to Travella that. For some reason, he's done a flare shot, but the keeper's made a save. He spilled it as well. Goal scoring opportunity again. Moukoko this time. He shows Felix how to finish properly. Sophisticated finish. It's 3-1, and it looks like it's going to be a goal glut. Shows that they're not really pressing me as much. And more time to think about what I want to do next. Well done, man. Fantastic football. See, this is what I mean. This is what I want to see. This is the football that I love to play on this game. We're about to go off into the interval. 3-1 up at the moment. And as it stands, we have booked a spot in the round of 16. We need to continue to concentrate at the back. No more mistakes. No more playing around with David De Gea, trying to dribble it out. And let's shop in the second half. The system that we are using against RB Salzburg seems to be working against them. It's hard for them to create opportunities, hard for them to keep possession. It's hard for them to win the ball back. On the ball, off the ball movement has been fantastic in this game. David De Gea off his line quick. Ruiz is offside anyway. Okay, so two changes. Douglas Ritchie, he's on for Moukoko. Felix is also off for Jadon Sancho. Douglas Ritchie, the Scottish 19-year-old striker, features again in Europe. Still yet to get a goal in a competitive game for us. Altogether, he's never scored for the first team in a competitive game. Szoboszlai, Fernandez, Szoboszlai, Benazir, Sancho. Oh, Fernandez is offside. Fernandez is offside. That was a decent pattern of passes. It's just Fernandez has just gone too quick. I would rather him come short and show for the ball, because he does have extra options around them. Fernandes. Benasir. Switch that play to Anthony. Richie. Ooh, Szoboszlai through on goal. Up against his former club. And there we have it. 4-1 is the scoreline. Szoboszlai, that's his first goal this season in all competitions. I mean, he's had a terrible start to the season. He's just come back from his injury. Hopefully, that is a confidence boost for the Hungarian. Nice finish. Picks out the bottom right corner of Alemdar's goal. Martinez. Malacia. Sancho. Richie. Links up play really well with Sancho. Sancho who picks out a pass into Szoboszlai. That's a brace for the Hungarian. Again, this has to be a confidence boost for him. I would say he's been one of my favorite signings in this series. It would be a shame if he was just a one-season wonder. And yeah, he's found a way to get a goal again, Sancho, and that should be it. That is it. We are through to the round of 16. We have confirmed the spot. But can we confirm top spot? I feel like the next victory will be the one that does that. I think maybe we just need a draw because RB Salzburg, they're not picking up enough points themselves to challenge for top spot. But again, we capped the episode off with a victory, which is good. Szoboszlai's back to goal scoring ways. Douglas Ritchie getting himself involved. Moukoko stepping up. Rashford, he did well until the injury. And David De Gea, he's definitely owned this episode. So let's head off into the menu and take a look at the league standings and the group stage standings. Okay, so that victory has doubled the gap between us and RB Salzburg. So we are 6 points clear on them. And as you can see, they are second place still. However, they've got Leverkusen bearing down on them. They're only 2 points behind them. So is it going to be one of them situations where Leverkusen, they have a late surge in the group and figure out a way to make it to the round of 16? Or RB Salzburg just about going to see themselves through to the knockout phase in the Champions League? Maybe Trabzonspor could fix things up as well. Maybe they can qualify for the Europa League. Everything's up in the air in this group. In terms of top spot, that's not up in the air. It's for definite. We are very dominant, and I am expecting to win the last 2 games, if I'm honest with you. So Chelsea, they remain 3 points clear on the table at the end of this episode with 10 games played. As you can see, we have 25 points. We are second. 1 point below us are Spurs. They are third with 24 points. Fourth are Liverpool with 22 points, and Arsenal are fifth with 21 points. Sixth place are Newcastle with 20 points. 1 point below them are West Ham United. They are 7th with 19 points. Manchester City, they are 8th with 18 points. So yeah, we're going to scroll down, pause the video if you want to take a look at the rest of the league standings, like the mid-table stuff. Okay, so Leicester City, they're 18th place on the table with 7 points. 19th are Brighton with 3 points. So they're 4 points ahead of Brighton, Leicester City. In terms of Watford, they are 20th with 2 points only. So yeah, it's a massive improvement for Leicester City. Let's see if they can gain some momentum and climb out of the bottom 3 and see if they can find a way to propel themselves into the top half of the table, because the personnel that they have in their squad, they definitely shouldn't be flirting with relegation. They flirt with relegation too often, in my say. So Leeds United, Leverkusen and Arsenal. Just like we said in the previous episode, this is likely going to be the lineup for the next episode. And yeah, it is going to be. To be honest, I don't really fancy playing Bournemouth on camera. I see myself smashing them. Leeds, I feel like they will definitely put up a challenge, put up a fight. Arsenal as well. Leverkusen, let's find out, because last time we played them, we did beat them convincingly. So yeah, I think that's about it. I think I've covered everything in terms of recapping the episode. So if you made it this far, please remember to smash that like button, sub to the channel if you are new, and also hit the notification bell so you're notified when I go live, premiere a video, or upload one. Okay, so yeah, we have a few things to contemplate at the end of this episode. So let me know in the comment section below, what should I do with David De Gea? Should I give him a new contract by the next 2 episodes so we avoid teams coming in for him for free? Same with Bruno Fernandes, but with Bruno, I feel like we should move him on. He's not really progressing our play the way I want him to progress our play in game. He does have a few moments where he bags a goal or he bags an assist, but his overall game, it's definitely taken a hit, and I feel like he feels a lot slower in the midfield. In terms of Hannibal, he's 22 years of age, overall 77. He's barely played this season. Should I move him on in January? a few things to think about as we head off into the next episode. But yeah, let me know in the comment section below. What should I do going forward? Have your say. And for now, take care. Peace.